Hello, this is Blue Heart Tattoo. I'm sorry I didn't grab my web camera out and just putting my OC here, but I'll tell you why. For this reaction, I'll be doing a little twist of what I've been doing, and it's for a special reason. On this day, March 26th, or in a few weeks later as I'm recording this, is the anniversary of the audio drama adaptation of The Last Adventure, based on a fanfic comic done by a good friend of mine, Eveeka. Her art is amazing. So go check out her work. Like, now. Anyway, the reason why it's important to me is that I actually got to work in the series as a video and audio editor along with Zika and Edward. It was the first project in the MLP fandom community that I participated in, and I'm grateful for the experience that the productions of these three episodes had taught me. Because at the time, I was trying to get my own audio drama, The Element Kindness, off the ground with productions on the first episode. And I have no idea of audio editing whatsoever. Sure, I may have done a few voiceover videos, especially with my old Disney ones that I edited back when I was a teenager, but they were as far as my skills can do. I originally auditioned to do the video editing, but when Eveeka asked me to edit a whole scene with her in sound a few weeks after the last adventure auditions that ended, and I completely forgot about it like an idiot I am, I gave it another shot. It was kind of surprising to me how fast I learned and how easy, from my perspective, it was. It was a lot like video editing, just replace the clips with sounds and the PAs. Looking back, it was exactly what I needed, not to have more experience on audio, but get my confidence up so I can take the things I learned from this audio drama to my own element of kindness. Eveeka has worked very hard to finish her drawing her comic series and handling production at the same time, and the outcome of both of those has been worth it. So for this reaction scene that I hope edited the project, I thought it would be fun to do sort of like a director's commentary and talk about everything in this project. It would be the voice acting, the story, the sound effects, the or just a little fun facts that on my end of editing. Nothing that would invade any privacy, of course. Just a reminder, this is considered spoilers for those who haven't watched the series, so if you haven't seen it yet, I encourage you to watch the free episode first, then come back to this. Okay, and first off, I'm sorry if I seem, may seem out of it or sound very weird. I just got out from got out of a fever from my last COVID shot, but I'm feeling a lot better. A little bit dizzy, but a lot better. Okay, let's get this started. The Last Adventure, Episode 1, Dilemmas and Fears. In 3, 2, 1. Oh, this is the scene I edited, and this scene and the next one, I think. And this, I gotta pause this for a second because I'm gonna never reverse my first fun fact. Actually, the scene here, the one with the Timberwolves I edited, it's actually based on a miscommunications because Edward was supposed to edit the scene and he actually got the scene done, but Afika asked me to edit the scene with her, doing all the sounds and music and anything, and she forgot that Edward had done the scene first. So when I finished it, Ifika kind of sent a sample of this to Edward, and he actually commented that that my version was a lot better than his, which was a pretty big compliment. I think he had a lot more experience with video editing and probably sound editing as I do, looking at his work. But it's really a big compliment for me, and I'm happy that this version got into the project.
Besides, I wonder why, after all you've done, she still keeps in touch with you.
Exactly.
Mm,
You are still mad at me for that action with Tyrek, Chrysalis, and Cozy Glow.
aren't you?
Yes, we are. That was sick. You should be turned into stone with them. Let's
That's
go.
very harsh, considering he turned them to stone in the first place.
Stupid kids. Hi, Fluttershy.
And looking back, Edward had a much better job on the flash effects than I
didn't
did.
mean to.
Cast on a clown doll, which came to life and grew to the size of a house.
Yeah, I would be scared too. I hate Halloween.
Okay.
At first, it kind of bothered me that the scene didn't have any background music, but I do get that Edward wanted this to be a very calming scene. Scene. At least I think he edited the scene.
What's wrong with me?
So it is very calming enough.
Sure. This is the third time this
Yeah,
month.
my
And again,
flashback
I find
was
out
so
about
bad.
it through a
Ponies treat you. They run away.
And an ad comes up. Of course. There's the skip button. Thank you.
preparations for what?
Me and Big Mac are expecting a baby.
Hmm. So you will have
That
baby
kind of
now?
reminds me of the Chancellor
No
from
time for
The
anything.
Dark Crystal.
That's utterly really something to congratulate.
I know
Stop
a set of
whimpering.
eagles like you wouldn't understand it.
I'm sorry.
There's more to life than just.
Always remember about me only when you need my powers.
Have you had an argument with Fluttershy?
No, but she has been
I
making
feel like I should have
fun of
left
me
a
for some
pause
time,
there.
as she doesn't want to spend time with an old friend.
Can you finally tell her you fell in love with her?
Me? Lord of Chaos and love?
I love this take from Brian Random.
Why not?
Several new teachers.
I love the selection of music I chose for this.
I'll try to visit you.
I want you to confirm
Oh,
it.
this is my favorite part to edit.
You're the princess of friendship, aren't you?
Are you? Are you asking me for love advice?
No love advice. I'm asking you to confirm.
Another ad. Perfect. Just because I use Disney music for this project, does that mean it gives you a right to put in ads? Well, of course, yeah, copyright reasons, but still.
Well, it's nice that you visited us, Discord, but I think it's time for you.
But I just wanted to talk to Twilight.
And you talked. Congratulations, you depressed her. Don't worry about it now. And there's also Cadence, Flurry Heart, and Discord. I don't help, right?
I thought of something that could,
Twilight,
like
I came
some
back.
sound effects, but I think having it silent
Happened.
made it work for me.
Discord was here.
Simply oversensitive.
I love this scene edited by Edward.
There will always be something wrong.
When it comes to the music in this scene, Edward asked me personally to have this music in the background be sort of like a continued transition to this scene. It may sound a little bit jumbled, especially how I place it, but I think it works very well. When I first saw this effect really caught me by surprise. That was really well done. Okay, I'm gonna pause here for a second because the next scene is going to be the start of the longest collection of scenes I've edited for this project. I'll tell you when it will end, but just know this is the start of it. And I might do a little bit of commentary on my part. Sorry if it sounds I'm bragging a lot, but I feel like I'm bragging. I'm so sorry. This is Eveeka's project, not mine. Okay. There is a part of the video that was affected somehow, and I had to fix it because of how distorted it was. Oh, I remember this. I think past 1717. I liked how the music was played. I like how the comedy was placed. But I think to make it more effective, I should have like speed up, have the scene speed up a little bit faster and shook the BAM scenery, the red screen, just a little bit to, I don't know, maybe it's just me nitpicking. It's like, I can see things now that I've got a little better, that there is something that I would have done, but can't now.
Nice to see you, Fluttershy.
Nice to see you too.
Can you put me down? We just left the spa. You have no idea.
It should have added popcorn munching for Trixie, but that would have been random.
Relax, to defend Equestria. We cleaned the mess you made.
Rarity.
I'm surprised.
And even though some of you say that Rarity is being harsh, she is, but she also raised some good points. Even though that she should have a better way to say this out loud more nicely.
Then you joined T-Rex. I won't mention your last section. We all know what I'm talking
But of
about.
course, for story purposes,
You're wrong.
Your behavior doesn't
poor Fluttershy. Oh, another ad. Why? No, thank you, the old holy Fluttershy.
you still have no idea about friendship, and you will never change because there is still darkness in you.
I wasn't the one who was spreading rumors around Ponyville.
What?
Okay, with the last statement I made, she has gone too far.
Please, stop it.
Ponies treat me even worse than when I rode Equestria.
Hey, AJ.
Alright, a little bit of fun fact, so I'm gonna pause here. So, originally I had like Rarity and Discord finishing for lines, and Finn have Applejack and Fluttershy say fair lines. But that felt a little bit disjointed, like there's too much silence for Discord to react. If you know Discord as a character, he is quick to react. His emotion can get the best of him, and the more his emotion gets to him, the faster he will react. So I decided to have the argument with Discord and Rarity be sound in the background while Applejack and Fluttershy is talking. So it made it sound a little bit more realistic. If that's the right term to how to describe this part of a scene, but I think it's a lot better than my first attempt to edit it concerning the sound. All right, start at 1850. 3, 2, 1, play.
Get what you deserve, you
They
beast.
are arguing again.
Can't you see? Discord.
What? She got what she deserved.
I
don't
love the pun
understand
there.
how you can be friends with such a drama queen like Rarity.
Such grief.
Yeah, but a drama queen can fight back.
You will always.
My feelings about what I suspect.
This was one of my favorite scenes to edit because of the gag coming up.
Listen, Fluttershy, there is one more thing I would like to tell you. I feel I should tell you that. The point is that I guess I love. Why is talking about feelings so difficult?
I thought about doing it once, but I thought adding more would be hilarious.
Huh? Yeah, about that.
I never flashback that
You know,
went horribly.
You shouldn't only apologize. Nightlight. Do you like the ring he chose?
Wasn't that the name of her Twilight dad?
Monster.
Oh, and here comes the very first scene I ever edited for this project. The one where Discord runs away and into the Everfree. This was my first attempt at audio editing, and it made Eveeka cry. I was so happy of what this turned out. Although immediately I should have turned down the music. I like how the scream and the echoing turned out, but Sony Vegas kind of made it a weird way to distort it. But at least it didn't kept it in this, so. And here comes the part that made everybody cry.
Wasn't it the monster who
identified T-Rex, Chrysalis, and Cozy Glow and pretended to be Grogar himself?
Freak. And you will never change. Because there is still darkness in you.
No, not another ad. Not another ad, no! Ah, why? Why? It's such a good song and a good scene. Why? Ah, it always breaks my heart every single time I hear the echoing in Discord saying I'm not a monster. It always breaks my heart. Brian did, Brian did an amazing job with that line.
I'm not a monster. I'm not.
Oh, beautiful.
Who am I kidding?
You can see how long I've edited those scenes together. It was grueling, but it's worth it. Oh, and here comes the song, my favorite one.
There was a time when I was grateful. There was time
I always thought doing a
when
cover of
I
this, but
was
I was
happy.
concerned about
I
my voice,
thought
and I
I'd
don't like my
go
singing
to
voice in
the
recordings.
greatest guilt. Wanna be alone
And the artist did an amazing
ever
job with the sequence, especially the
again.
animation on the third part.
I don't want to live without her.
Oh, I like the imagery with the
I
phoenix.
don't wanna be alone again. Others want him
And
for
here's the animation.
eternity,
I love
but
how well
for
choreographed
that
this
long
is.
life, they forgot that everything had a day of return to the point where I began.
I like the frame with Discord having his eyes shrunk while crying. That always gets me.
What I can see, he is sleeping. What kind of fool is taking a nap in the middle of Everfree Forest?
Do you know who he is? I think there should have been
Discord,
music to show the
anyway.
progress of
And
time.
Discord didn't appear at all
But again, it's
yesterday.
just me
He never missed our tea
nitpicking.
parties. I to visit Ponyville tomorrow.
Does it have to do with what Discord told you?
And a big epic song you
A little
sang.
bit. And I just want to see the girls. Recently, it's about Discord.
About him? What did he do this time?
He did nothing. He didn't write back to my letter. He didn't show up at the tea party
They
yesterday.
say they will help until you say the subject.
He isn't at his home either.
Trixie, Pinky, are you all
In the
right?
comics, I admit this was very random.
Learn to fly?
For what sins? No. I hope you have a good explanation. Let's just say uninvited guests.
Starlight. Their names sound the same.
Get rid of them!
Did Sunburst decide to take a vacation from the Crystal Empire? Because
We can
his
teleport them.
presence is
Together
very
we can do
convenient.
it.
Okay.
Can I touch it?
Mhm.
Ready? Ready!
And that's the end of episode 1. As you can see, a lot of hard work have went into this. And the artists, Diamond 06 MLP, Eveeka, and Sensi. They done an amazing job with her part. I decided to download the video while I was, while I'm going to edit it and, later. I thought it would be easier to watch it, download it, in case of all the ads just interrupting my way and make editing the timelines very difficult.
Who am I kidding?
Breaking my heart already, and the episode hasn't even started yet.
I have to go to
My
Ponyville
cat is scratching
and
at
tell
the
Princess
Christine,
everything
no.
I know.
Don't let me
about
get
the
the spray
threat
bottle.
about Discord. We must find out what's going on. Have
Here.
Fluttershy
I got
You
it.
must worry
I'm
about
gonna
your
spray
friend.
it.
Here,
I'm
he's
gonna
in
spray
such
it.
a condition. He isn't safe.
I haven't
Thank
seen him
you.
all week. Can't you finally forgive him? Since he
Something I
left
forgot to
us
mention in
in
the
the house, some of you are constantly
last
reminding him
episode
of his
is
mistakes.
that
The truth is, you
there
are much better.
sometimes the actors tend to misread lines or have their lines distorted in their audio files. So I would often ask Eveeka for the voice actors to either retake her lines
Okay,
or just give
let's head
to
to the
me
woods and
personally.
collect
It's just
Pride.
like
We must find Discord.
I feel like
before
I was
everyone else knows.
always annoying her when I asked things like these, especially when they were a part of the script, and I want to be as close to that as possible. But man, I've lost count of how many times I asked for lines. I love the cover art for this episode.
Hi. What happened to you?
A minor accident while working in the shelter. I
I
wanted to
wish
clean up
that
one of the
intro of
cages,
this
and
would
when I was
start a
picking
little
up the
bit more
bucket, I
slowly and
slipped.
naturally,
I
like
slipped.
Doesn't
like we would
matter
have
what.
springtime, standing out outside and
What are you
Discord
doing?
poofing in.
Ouch.
Maybe
Feel
some way
sorry,
to
dear.
establish this scene a little bit.
Better?
Yes, you healed
And
me.
I did
Oh,
like
thank
the
you.
glowing
You're
effect
such a
there.
sweetheart.
Where are you?
Hanky, we should be careful. We don't know what's going on here except
For
that there's
that a
nothing
whole
good.
Fluttershy and Sakura's conversation, they should have some
I know
like
a place where Zakura's
melancholy
lives.
but sweet
Maybe we can find some
music.
tips there. If not, we'll try to search at
This
least
is
a
an
couple of
episode
floors.
that I wish it had more
Since
music
Discord
because
is here and
a
he's
lot of
studying
moments
with
seem a lot
Sakura,
more silent and
hopefully
it
he doesn't
needs
want
like
company
a
so that
lot more
screaming will only frighten him.
attention to it.
Help me!
I've got you, Pinky.
And only at this
Fine!
point we
I'll
start to
fix
have
it!
music.
Rainbow Dash, wait! Twirl again!
So Discord suddenly became a pony eater now?
There are no signs of a fight.
I love
No
Fluttershy.
blood anywhere.
What is this stench?
Is some pony here?
You
Rarity!
should know what that
Dasha!
stench is
Run!
like.
What about Twilight and Sakura?
Run! We'll find you later.
Ooh,
Princess!
We'll be going now. Bye!
I love that delivery of that line.
And kill
I'm very happy at what I did with that cookie cutter effect
eaten by a hydra?
and the sound effect of this.
Maybe I can hear Celestia and Luna are gonna kill me.
But you'll be already dead.
Back to get
Rarity?
Discord?
Oh, here comes my
No!
favorite moment in the
Stop!
comic.
You!
Don't touch my face! The only pony allowed to do it is Fluttershy! Fluttershy! Why isn't my magic working? I'm coming! I'll catch you! I'll catch you!
He just froze Rarity.
Something hurt you. Are you okay? Speak to me.
I love the thematic in that, page, just like
It's so
Discord
good to
stretching
see
out
you.
his body.
I was so worried.
Flutter, you're joking me.
You thinking coming to the Everfree Forest?
I
Weak?
love
One
this
week here?
panel so
No
much.
word?
I've never seen I done,
They've been chasing
and
us
it's
back to where
probably gonna
Sakura
be
took
the
the
longest
forest.
I've done for this
We split up though.
episode.
I thought we lost
I
them.
didn't edit much,
Discord, could you
much
take
in
care
this
of them?
as much as I think
Discord,
about
we
it.
really need your
A
magic.
lot of the effort really
There
went
is a
out to
small, tiny
Edward.
problem.
I had to deal with a lot of wolf sound effects for this.
I don't want to die.
We had such an opportunity.
The snake has a lot of lines.
Other creatures.
This scene was very hard to match a music with. Like, I couldn't figure out any good interrogation or
Trapped in the Taurus.
confrontation
Someone
music.
killed. But the memory of these events has never been lost. The
And I'm
ponies
trying to
behave
balance the
towards
music with the
everything
voice
other
actors,
than
so
them
either of them are
remains
drowned
the
out.
same.
You ponies only care about
But
your
it was kind of
own
hard to do.
species.
Forest, if you could spend it with you.
Even though I wish I could have done something a little bit better with the music.
Go down and block
I
the
just
red
realized I never added in the
Eveeka.
sound effect for Rainbow Dash's flapping
So,
wings.
we are willing.
We'll find another way to save you.
Oh, I love this thing.
Do you really think I could betray you again?
Oh,
So,
that's so sweet.
No, I won't join you. Even if I did, you would
This is
certainly
my
leave
favorite
me in
piece
a
of
similar
music.
way Tyrek once did.
Even though the one Sonic game got a lot of rap
Anyway,
for it,
and
it has
certainly won't
some
break
good
my
music.
neck. It may not be too easy for me at the moment, but I also have something very precious, and I don't want
Oh,
to
her
lose it.
face.
you're not talking about this pathetic little yellow jelly.
Don't talk about her like that. She
And
has
I
more
love the art in
free
this
heads
panel.
than your free heads put together. And as long as my heart beats in my chest, I won't let anyone hurt her or her friends.
This whole action sequence
You will
was,
pay for this!
by far my
No!
favorite thing to edit.
Let them!
From my scenes, I always had a trouble finding out what kind of laser noises would fit that medallion, and I think I tried 3 different ways. I think so. I don't think I ever stay consistent with it. At least I finally got to edit a flutter chord moment. Mm,
What's that for? They must have smelled my blood.
No!
I was I was very happy of how I did that biting scene to make it painful and quick. Yeah, Discord, go protect your woman. Kind of reminds me of Brian of Discord just a little bit. End of my scene, and I don't have another part here at the end. I didn't have as much as this episode, but it was still still a lot.
Did you think I died? You should have kept your breathing and pulse.
Oh,
Oops.
It was
there's a
also
thing
super
in
hard
Venom
most of the
movies that did kind of annoy me.
No idea what you're talking about.
If I were strong.
You'll see.
I
You
love
have to be
how
strong for
Eveeka
yourself.
draws Discord skin whenever
Really
he
must
gets
have hurt
nuzzled.
again.
I fell in love with
His
you.
face. Mm. I just love this whole image, image here, just in general.
What am I doing?
This spell will bring the girls, Spike and Discord, straight
Edward
to us.
spent, I knew Edward had a great time figure out the sound,
We did the right thing.
the sound for that spell.
Do you mean
I tried to make it myself for my own thing that comes later on, but his is a lot much better than mine. Oh, and here's that animatic that also caught me by surprise. It took me a while to realize that this music was from season 9. And it's a good music. And this is one section I wish it has some like suspense music just a little bit.
Fear and your blood. You want to play hide and seek with us again? You know you can't win.
Pretty Pegasus Wings does an amazing job with her creepy snake voice.
straight to Twilight?
They poisoned Discord with venom and it's killing him now?
How do you know that?
Let's
Are
just
you a
say they met
changeling,
Chimera
Spike?
too.
Strangle me!
And I love how Edward did the ending scene.
Get off of us!
Why can't I move it? I'm
I like
fed up with this
I like
whole
how this
fight.
music kind of matches the music I tried to use earlier.
Put an end to your suffering.
And that's when the fangirls scream, "Why?" Seriously, it was funny to see their reactions of the ending because they'll have to wait another 3 months until the ending. Does Discord die or not?
Too powerful to control, even for him. He didn't manage to destroy it, but
I
he did
know that
succeed in
for this
weakening and
episode,
trapping it in a
Newscript
medallion.
replaced
This medallion
Webcake,
gives magical powers to
Webcake as
anyone who wears
Twilight,
it. But
and
there's
that's
a
mainly
catch.
due
The
to
longer someone
lack
wears it
of
and uses it,
communication.
the more the
I know
soul
that
carries
Eveeka
absorb
wasn't
it.
able to
If
get
the
hold
monster
of
absorbs the
Webcake for
whole soul
episode
of a
3.
chimera, it will gain enough strength to free
She
itself.
often talks to me
Before we
about it
go,
sometimes,
there's
but
something you need to know.
I'm happy that Newscript was able to
I fell
take
in
her
love with
place
you.
because she does a very good Twilight, and she does a whole other role. She did Rainbow Dash, she did Rarity.
you still
She
alive?
she is super talented enough to do all the main six's voices. The last time I think I remember her doing something like this for a comic dub was from something called The Heart of a Draconequus by Celestial Rainstorm. I think that was her name was. I only remember it from DeviantArt. I read the whole thing, and then there was a production on that, and that has been done very well. I've seen that before. But I love the way I done with Anthem with the heartbeats and the music.
This is
I wanted to have some way lean into the last episode.
Please don't die.
Is danger?
What is this?
What's happening to us? It hurts.
Edward has done an amazing job with this fight scene. I absolutely love this.
Disgusting.
Holy Celestia!
Maybe his eye is the weak spot. If we hurt it, maybe we would weaken it enough to pull the medallion out of his body.
Pinky, the magic of friendship nor the magic of alicorns did nothing to him. How could that work?
Do you have any other ideas?
I wonder why Pinky came to the solution that the eye is a weak point.
Pinky may be right.
I did it! I used magic!
Crap! These tentacles have a
First
magic
time I think
hole!
Rarity has ever cursed.
Using my stupid magic!
I love that flashing transition. I think it's very well used.
How is this possible? Shoo!
Oh, sorry, I've been quiet for the whole thing. It's just the whole thing. The whole fight scene has been intense. I love how Edward just
I have
brought
a
that
bad
scene to life.
feeling.
I noticed there was something wrong with you.
Sugar Cloud,
Please come back.
Sugar Cloud has done an amazing job with her crying scene.
Promise that everything will be fine.
There is a chance.
I
A
love
small
everyone's
ray of hope.
reaction in the
I
background,
can try.
especially
You must
Celestia.
move to my heart quickly.
Don't worry. Everything will be fine.
The
I
song
too love him.
in the background, if you don't recognize it, is the instrumental of No More from Into the
I'm
Woods.
not gonna judge you.
I always wanted to use this music for a background music for this series for so long.
And if Discord gives you happiness,
But
who
this
are we to take it away
one
from
of the few scenes I get to edit in
He's
this
prepared.
seems like a right fit for this.
Lifts his head.
Other way. Now, I shall take care of Discord and watch
I
over
think
him.
this part of the music I
You
should
go
have
to Ponyville and
mellow it
rest
down and not have
before
it
the
be
night
so
grows
dramatic.
too dim.
This was the only place I can think of putting this music, so I couldn't
Well,
find a place to put it
if you want
in
to
my
stay
part
so
in the happy
bad,
ending.
stay.
Your smile in the sun, but the sun
The thing with the two hairs, her bangs being in two places, always bothered me. I don't know why. Such a good song. I wish I would have listened to it more. I like the idea of this whole scene being done in silence. It seems a lot more better in editing I than I've read as a comic.
You also have friends here. I could be your family. If fate gave us a chance, I could marry you and we could have children.
When it comes to moments like this, I can't really cry. My heart only does breaking even more.
Discord.
And I'll never love any other stallion.
I have to go in a moment.
I love that little detail with the
I can't
bell.
stay here forever.
I wonder if his spirit coming back will have some kind of tie-in
See you
to
later, friends.
Discord's journey to
Thank
death.
you for everything.
That's another comic that Eveeka's drawing at the moment.
My love.
Percy, what are you
After meeting
doing?
Discord,
I heard
Orange
scratching.
felt better. Began to enjoy it. I think the
You
heavenly
enjoy
being, the
pregnancy?
guardian of the afterlife, knew
Sorry.
Discord was going to be summoned back.
Maybe if you stop yelling and complaining, you would see what surprise I prepared for people who are watching us right now.
So, people are watching us now?
Yes, a lot of people. So please, can we continue?
Okay. The surprise better be nice.
It was much more surprised than DeviantArt. Like, when she released 2 pages at once, I think. It was like, what? She's doing happy ending? I kind of like this concept of choose whatever path you go, and the ending is what you'll get. And I feel like people aren't gonna do the same with this video. They can accept one ending or not.
Something is still wrong, even though.
Well, looking at Peacock's lines, I haven't realized at this one line, the crows, where it can be heard in the background. So I kind of accept this being as part of ambience to the noises outside.
Everything is fine now.
Sorry, Percy is playing with a hairband. She goes crazy over it, and not any of her toys. I love that sound effect.
Tell me what? I was dead?
I'm not surprised at your face.
That
Calm
take was
down.
perfect.
You're in a safe place.
I don't want to know how you did it and what you did. This zebra is starting to scare me.
I love that take too. Luna just eating ice cream.
Somebody's having very dark nightmares.
How dare you drop ice cream?
We both made mistakes that we
Percy,
regret, but
you
tormenting
played in front
yourself
of me at the
afterwards
wrong
is bad.
time.
Punishing yourself.
Here,
This isn't a good way.
go get it. Oh,
Every day they remind me of how much they
go
consider
get
me
it.
a failure and how much they don't.
Go get it, Percy.
No worries,
If you
my
can
friend.
hear her in the
I'm
background,
okay.
she's going crazy over a single hairband.
Surrounded by wood. But it doesn't look like
And her
his mood is good.
bounces. It's just so hilarious to me.
About the consequences of a relationship with
I
someone
hate
like
this
me.
trope so many times.
Maybe you
Oh,
thought
a
everything would be
misunderstanding
fine.
separate us apart. Oh no, I have to confess my love to you to clear things up.
The magic of love won't do anything, although at first it may seem different.
I love Sakura's scene later on, but it's just this kind of trope just frustrates me.
They mean nothing to you?
And the kiss?
And the kiss?
I remember using this clip for a goof.
It didn't mean anything to you either?
One kiss on the lips doesn't make two creatures a couple.
If you don't love him, say it's not peace. Say it's all just friendship.
Lord of Chaos! All happy now? Now you've made her depressed?
I love this
Do
so
you
much.
realize how terribly you've hurt her heart? You've hurt she so badly, like you stabbed her with a knife. I've never seen such stupidity in my whole life.
Yeah.
Choose your words carefully, Zebra.
I'm not afraid. You are powerless
Discord.
and weak. And this is being together.
And now Percy is
creates a
playing on
wonderful
the bed
time.
with the
Happy
hairband
memories
still.
will remain even
Uh,
after her
someone make a
lifetime.
fan art of
She will pass
Percy
away
playing with the
being
hairband, please.
satisfied and loved. Isn't that worth it?
She is a fluffy gray cat.
Don't you think that you have? But I'm fascinated by your
Did your
friendship,
collar
to be
get in
honest.
the way, Percy?
You find
I'm so
comfort
sorry. I'm
despite
focusing on my cat
differences.
instead of
I've
this, and I
noticed.
shouldn't.
And although you were so different, so I had to make Discord aware of a few things.
In the
I
most
hope you
epic
went to
way
talk to her.
possible.
I really like you. We're
Uh,
friends and...
Discord, I don't want to hear about how
yeah,
we can
you
still be
shouldn't
friends right now.
say those things while she's this upset.
Flutter...
You know that nothing will be the same. I could have thought before I kissed you then. I could have just kept these feelings inside me and not tell anyone about them. I stupidly believed Sakura when she said you loved me. Persona is gonna say, what are you doing? You wanna kiss me?
Man
What
be
the hell
man.
are you thinking? How dare you play with my feelings like that? I'm not your puppet if you haven't noticed.
I love
I'm
Discord.
actually Percy.
Arching his
Forcing
back
yourself to lie just
backwards.
because you pity me? Last week was a total emotion.
You were feeling... I was
Every single time she
terrified and
comes to me,
confused.
she wants me to.
I was
You throw the
terrified
headband
about
for
both
her.
of you dying someday and leaving me alone again. I thought
I feel
that
like
if I
this
hid my
episode's gonna be the
feelings,
highlight
they
of
would
just like
disappear, and
the
everyone
hairband
around
again.
you would hurt less.
I am
I
so
was
sorry.
afraid that I would do something stupid. I don't want to.
I'm in love with you.
I'm a
That was so well done.
I let anger take.
After all that, Discord is still bashful. I love it.
Rarity, are you okay?
They are kissing. Oh, cute. Oh, it looks like they've explained everything to each other.
Finally.
Hello, guys. Why are you standing like that?
Lucky. Ouch! It's gonna be taken. Bushes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Are you spying on us?
It's not what you think. It's not that I should have guessed that you didn't send Timberwolves into Ponyville. I'm sorry, I thought so.
There are things you shouldn't say, Rainbow Dash.
I would do
That was
that.
one of those moments.
Why?
Not that I would say that, but the great and powerful Trixie is impressed by what happened, and she thinks
When I edited the scene, I had the
Well,
kiss between Fluttershy and Discord played
it's rather
the finale music from Hunchback of Notre Dame, but that seemed a little bit too triumphant for the moment, so I went to something calm like this.
The beginning of something wonderful.
That was my favorite thing to edit.
In front of everyone?
Yes, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Kiss him.
Kiss him.
Luna.
And you will need a
I
little
wonder if
change.
Eveeka ever took
One
inspiration
thing
from the
we will
song
not
Love is
overcome
patient, love is
adversities.
kind.
In love,
It does
join
not
with
both.
effort,
It does
strength,
not sing.
and push through all difficulties.
I don't have the whole
The
thing
most
memorized, but I wish I did.
is to listen to your heart's voice.
And here comes my very last scene to edit.
After this adventure, peace reigned in Equestria for a long time.
I had to edit a lot of
All
Muse
stories
Scripts'
live side by
lines
side
for
in
this
accordance
scene, and
with
she
harmony.
took
But
a
the
whole
main
chunk of
one
time
is
doing
the
this.
story of the land of ponies.
I admire her
Thanks to Princess Twilight's mom and
perseverance
her
for this.
amazing friends. But luckily no one was angry with anyone.
I love the
Soon
crossfade
after,
blurring
Fluttershy and
effect,
Discord got married.
transition that I had
Just to
for
mention,
this clip.
Discord was still reluctant to think that one day Fluttershy would die. The thought
It
of
was
external
part
life
of a
without
setting in
development
Sony
had
Vegas,
ruined the
but
prospect of
I
death.
remember I tweaked it a little bit so
So
that
he
the
decided
colors
to give up his
will be,
immortality.
more
He
there
also
and it
made an
doesn't
openness,
blur out,
not a spell that could protect
everywhere.
someone of immortality
I wanted to be more like a memory of haze other than a burst, burst of clouds. The scene, there's a little bit of a cool fun fact. This was my first and last time I ever used Adobe After Effects for the series, and it was for that panning effect of the series of windows that Twilight looked through. I basically had to learn a panning effect because I don't want to like cross crossfade to every single one. So I thought a cool one single panel well, would would be very effective. There were only 3 images, so it was kind of hard to proportion them to the right size and right size and to the right position to frame them.
Here I am, Twilight Sparkle, Princess of Friendship, ruler, protector,
If only then I should have put it in columns, but yeah.
Thank you, friends. Thank you for everything.
But I was satisfied of how it turned out. And that was the very end of The Last Adventure. Sorry I didn't speak much for this third episode. And it took me a while to realize that this song is a parody to the ending song from Emperor's New Groove. And it's very cool to how Eveeka took all of her time to draw everyone's OCs. And here's, yeah. If you guys remember, I used this song for a PMV for Eveeka's birthday. Oh, there's me and my OC. Even though I just realized that my beanie was transparent. I spelled Stephen Sondheim's song. I meant name wrong. I apologize, God of musical theater. The end. Well, that was episode 3 of The Last Adventure for its year anniversary. I hope you enjoyed watching this and hearing my commentary of the editing and how much of the ride, the production for this has been. And I applaud everyone for doing such an amazing job, including the voice actors, the composer for the songs, and one singing the music script, and Eveeka for for making this incredible story adapted into audio drama, and also continuing the story in her other projects, including this new comic that she is currently drawing and uploading to DeviantArt called Discord's Journey Through Death. I think that's what it's called. I might be wrong, but check out on her DeviantArt. It's really good so far. We only got into Act 2 of the story, and it's a very interesting concept. Discord conversing with death and basically make a deal with him, sort of like Orpheus and Hades kind of kind of story. And I'm very and I can't wait to see more of that. But I know everyone has has moved on to other projects, including some that aren't in the element kind of my audio drama, and you know how far I gone into the series with the help of The Last Adventure. So thank you, Eveeka, again for this experience and how it helped me to grow as an artist and editor. And thank you for watching and listening to my commentary for this. I'll see you next time.